Hey everyone, I hope everyone's day is going great so far. My name is Kitty, and today I wanted to do a both June and July completed pages video. This is my first video, so bear with me, but I wanted to do a June completed pages on its own, but unfortunately I wasn't able to do that just with some things getting in the way. But I'm going to just go ahead and lump them together. So let's go ahead and get started. So the very first page I completed was from Magical Jungle. This was a Chris Ching color along that I followed. So I used only Prismacolors with this. I added a couple little embellishments with the butterflies, but I'm pretty proud at how this hazy pencil background came out. It's my first go at it. It could be a little bit better and it could be blended out a little bit better, but for my first try, I think it's not too bad. I think next time I'll make sure to add just a little bit more embellishment. And next, with another Johanna book, this little motif is from Small Victories, and I used only Derwent Inktense, both wet and dry. I did go a little ham with some Wink of Stella embellishment. As you can see, it's pretty glittery, but overall, I think this turned out really cute, and I'm super happy with it. So now I'm just going to have to do the other pictures to be able to complete the page. And if you guys are interested, this is a color along on my TikTok. And then next, I have another page in Small Victories. I completed this little castle tower page, and everything on here I'm sure is completed with my mark art pencils and maybe a little bit of polychromos based off the colors on the trees. But overall, I really like how this page turned out. It was a long-term whip, but I'm super happy to finally finish it. I think this bottom one with the rainbow is probably my favorite one out of the whole page. Actually, I think these bottom two are probably my favorites. Let me know in the comments which one of these motifs is your favorite, or which couple of them are your favorites. I do remember being super proud that I was able to actually complete this page. I tend to get bored with pages like these very quickly, but overall, I'm really happy with how it turned out. And next, I have this little fishy page from Rita Berman's Europa book. I'm going to say this is probably my favorite completed page that I've done so far. I really like how everything turned out. I added some Sakura Jelly Roll glaze fluid to the bubbles to help them stand out. And I also just went over the black lines in the water with a Jelly Roll white pen, just again to make it stand out. I think I could have added some Wink of Stella to the water just to make it pretty and give it a little bit more texture, but I really like this page. This was also the first page I had done with my Derwent Inktense that my husband got me for Mother's Day. So I guess that makes me a little biased, but I still love this page. And then I did a page in Alien Worlds by Kirby Rosanis, and I'm so sorry if I mispronounced that. I really like how this page turned out. I used a little bit of metallic watercolor for the moon. My only complaint is I don't know why I chose to do these little flying alien monsters the same color as the clouds. I really wish I would have chosen a different color, but everything else I am super proud of. This is one of my first full Kirby pages that I've completed. It was definitely a labor of love, but again, I added some Sakura Jelly Roll glaze to the crystals. There's a little bit of Sparkle Pop blue in the water just to make it shinier. Again, there's some metallic watercolor on the moon just to make it stand out, and everything else was done with Prismacolor and Inktense on this page. And I don't think anything else. But this page took forever. I was definitely glad when it was over, and I still like how it turned out overall. So I think this was a pretty good first full page, especially in this book. This book is definitely kind of challenging. And I'm trying to get better at writing down the dates that I completed my pages, and I really like that I didn't have to write the completed date on the page, and I was able to write it in the back. And next, I finished a couple of pages in A Million Kawaii Cuties or A Million Sweet Things. This book is definitely going to have to get replaced. When I first bought this book, I thought my main source of material was going to be alcohol markers. So there's a few pages that are basically ruined because the ink bled through. But I'm still fairly happy overall with these completed pages. And I especially love this page. My grandmother had an oriental jewelry box that had these little designs that were full of color and in black. And when I saw this perfume bottle, that's exactly what the image reminded me of, is the jewelry box, so I wanted to color it that way. I also added some Wink of Stella on the jewel just to make it shiny, but this page is kind of sentimental to me, and I really like how it turned out. I did use a little bit of soft pastel on the background, and I sealed it, but it's still kind of rubbing off, so just have to be careful with that one. And then I completed this page right after, and I really, really, really love the color palette that I chose on this one. I added lots of embellishment on this one. This page was a long-term whip. I had some of the leaves and flowers on the bottom already done, and I basically just erased them and went over them with Prismacolors. And I did do a Neocolor 2 background, and this is actually the first Neocolor background I haven't activated with water. But when I added the Wink of Stella to these little bulb lights, it kind of melted them anyways. So they're a little hazy, but I think the page still turned out really cute. I'm pretty happy with it still. And there is so much sparkle from the Wink of Stella, so I think it turned out really nice. And next, I completed a couple pages and also this test page in this new Coco Wyo coloring book, Cozy Friends. When I was coloring this, I was kind of tired and I accidentally messed up with the little bear, and I'm sure you can see the line of where I accidentally held the marker down for too long. I did try fixing it and I think it looks okay, but kind of wish I could redo that one. And then I did this one, and I'm super happy with how this turned out. I really like how I was able to give the glow effect from the fire to all of the little animals and in the grass. I think it turned out really nice. And then for the fire, I added the Pentel Sparkle Pop pens just to make it sparkly and pretty. But overall, I think this is my favorite page that I've done in alcohol markers in actually a pretty long time. If you haven't seen a flip through for this book, I definitely recommend checking it out. And next, another Lulu Mayo book. When I was looking through the pages, I saw this sweet little owl family in the back, and I knew I had to color this first. It is so sweet and so cute. And I colored the owls, the tree branch, and the leaves with Prismacolor, and then the background, or the sunset background, is done with Neocolor 2s, and for the moon, I used metallic watercolor paint. The shade looks a little bit more glittery, but I still like the effect that it gave. But I think this little owl family is just so precious and so sweet. It's definitely one of my favorite pages in the book. That's obviously why I had to color it first. And the next few pages is from Universe by Maria Trolle. This was the first book I have by her, and I loved it. I loved it so much I even went and got Twilight Garden. But this is the first page that I did in this book, and all of this was done with Derwent Inktense, both wet and dry. The Little Fairy was done with Prismacolor, but I think that's the only Prismacolor on this whole page. This was also my first bokeh background attempt with a watercolor pencil or Inktense pencil. It came out okay. I'm not thrilled with it, but I think with some more practice, it'll come out better next time. And then next I did this cute little dragon one, and I wanted to color her yellow for Indarna if anyone is a Fourth Wing reader. I currently have a double page spread in Mythomorphia going right now of two dragons, one of Tarn and one of Sigale, and when I saw this cute little dragon, I knew I had to do Indarna, and I think she's so cute. All of this page was done with Derwent Inktense and some Sparkle Pop pens. And I think a little bit of Neocolor 2 up in the sky. Yeah, the clouds in the sky were done with Neocolor 2, and everything else was done with Derwent Inktense, both dry and activated with water. But yeah, it's super cute. And then next, I did this page on the very last day of July. And I'm so glad I was able to finish it. I was trying to finish it as fast as I could, that way I could include it in this video. But everything on this page was colored with Prismacolor and then some Sparkle Pop and glitter gel pen in the flower center, just to give some embellishment. I really didn't feel like this page needed a whole lot of embellishment, but I think this little hamster mouse guy is so cute, and I really like how he turned out. And of course, my favorite part was coloring his little toe beans. And because I liked Maria Trolle's universe so much, I went and got Twilight Garden, and I only have one whip in this right now. And I saw an inspiration picture on Pinterest for this page and knew I had to do something similar. So I have a bunch of little notes on here about the different kinds of sunflowers I'm going to color these as. And the inspiration picture that I saw, I absolutely loved it. It was gorgeous. And so far I have this bottom one colored as an Earthwalker sunflower and the top one as a Strawberry Blonde sunflower. This one is done with Prismacolor, and the bottom one is done with Derwent Inktense and some Prismacolor on top. And I'm probably going to do the same with all the other flowers. I am super excited to see how this turns out. But yeah, that's all of my pages for this month, guys. Let me know in the comments which is your favorite page. Oh, I'm sorry, I lied. I have one more. I completed this page in World of Flowers, also by Johanna Basford. This was a full page color along by Chris Chang. I did make a few color changes of my own, but this was also my very first attempt at a Distress ink background. It is a little patchy. I'm not exactly thrilled with it, but I think for a first attempt, it's not too bad. I'll definitely have to watch some more tutorials to try and see how I can get a better, smoother blend. But out of all of them, I think this pink little motif or vignette is probably my favorite on the page. I do have another whip in here that I'll just show you really quickly, just a peekaboo. That is for a Facebook color along, and you guys can see that in August completed pages. But yeah, now that is all of my completed pages for June and July. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know in the comments which was your favorite page, and please make sure to like, follow, and subscribe. Thanks, bye.